All right, another video on why you should wake up maybe about an hour to an hour and a half before the market opens. If you live in California, the market opens at 6:30 in the morning, and it's very difficult to get up at that time. For me, it's so difficult, but I do it. And it's difficult because it's hard to fall asleep in California early enough to get 8 hours. So to get 8 hours and wake up at 5:30 in the morning, I have to go to sleep maybe I think at 8:30 in the morning. 8:30 at night. So 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. That's 4 hours. So actually, to 5:30, that's 9 hours. So at 9, if I fall asleep at 9:30, I should be able to wake up at 5:30. But an hour and a half is better because here are some things you gotta do before you trade, which is maybe you gotta shower. Try to shower the day before. You gotta maybe eat because it's uncomfortable to eat while trading. For me, it is at least. You gotta change clothes so you could feel like you're comfortable, you're ready to go. You don't really want to be trading in your pajamas because maybe you have a cold room and you can afford a heater, and I have a heater, but the power goes out. And then most importantly, you got to prepare for your stocks. You got to prepare because in the morning, more news pops up, more stuff, the pre-market tells you some stuff too. So you got to analyze the news and the pre-market. You got to draw more levels on the daily, and in the intraday, and in the pre-market. You got to prepare your option codes because your option codes are based on where the stock is. So if it gapped up, maybe you got to change your option codes to something that's closer to where the current price is in the pre-market. And then you also got to practice visualizing your entries. So look through screenshots of previous days and previous analyzed charts where you lost or made money, and get those ingrained in your head to have an idea of like, oh, this is what that day was like. And if this day is similar to that day, I could expect something similar. So the day in the morning, you gotta also read the news, so you assess the market of what could possibly be. Like, could it be a positive day or negative day despite the negative or positive environment? So maybe there's no news. Let's say there's no news, but the environment is still negative. Maybe it's going to be a negative, slow day, a slow negative day rather than a big negative day where there's also negative news. Right now, we're kind of in a confused environment. So we're kind of trading sideways. Inflation is kind of high, but they're combating it with high interest rates. So it's kind of working. So the current market condition is kind of negative, more negative than positive, because we're digging ourselves out of something. And if the news is that the things that the Federal Reserve is doing is working, then that's positive news. Now we're reversing the negative news, and now we're going to come out to be in a positive situation. So given those things, it's going to affect how the people feel that specific day and the way maybe the markets will tend to move, right? Sometimes they can move against you completely, given no rational reason why it's doing it. Maybe it's just some big hedge fund doing some type of rotation of stock. So that's why you gotta wake up early. And if you're in California, hey, try to go to sleep early. I know it's very tough, but if you really want it, you'll do it. So see you on the next video. Bye-bye.